ages 6 to about 16 years old. So there's many different ways they could coach young kids. You could be in a Big Brother program. You could have them at a summer camp, or you could even be a coach in the sports aspect of things. I've personally done all three, and the age group that is hardest to coach are the younger kids. They're always the younger kids because they think they know everything. So those are from about 6 to about 12. 6 to 12-year-olds are the hardest, and I've had them at a summer camp, and I've tried to coach them because at the summer camp, you try to teach them different sports, different activities, all this other stuff. The Big Brother program is usually 8 to 12-year-olds also, and you're just being their big brother that they don't have. So you're in a program with the recreation department in my town, and you're just trying to be the best big brother that they can, be a role model for them, do everything you can with them, help them with their homework. And then I'm also a baseball coach for 15 to 16-year-olds, and I coach them in skill set, mindset, keeping your body healthy, and other things like that. So there's many different suggestions on how to be a successful coach. And the first suggestion is you want to get to know who you're coaching. You want to get to know your players. So a couple things you could do for that is you could have a sit down with them, have a team meeting with them first. Get to know the kids. Get to know who you're going to be coaching in the long run. Have one-on-one conversations with them. Get to know them personally and how they act, essentially. And then learning their strengths and weaknesses is more in the aspect of coaching in sports. So say I'm a baseball coach, for example. Say you want to coach them in baseball. You want to know if they're good at fielding, if they're good at throwing, if they're good at hitting, if they're good at pitching, if they're good at base running, all other stuff like that. And there's many different ways for you to teach them how to do these things better. There's a lot of drills online that you can look up and get your. So say you're coaching your child. You could look this up online and coach your child at home. And then if you're coaching football, you could also look online and look for stuff. But the one thing you want to have your kids have a role model in life. You want them to look up to somebody, and that person should be yourself. If you're their coach, don't just be the mean coach that everybody hates. No. Be a coach that these kids can look up to, more of like a big brother aspect. And this is where my experience as a Big Brother program come in. So when I'm coaching my baseball students, I'm a big brother to them. I'm being there for them. If they ever need me, they could call me. If they ever need me, they could text me. I just want to make sure that they can get to the best position that they can and become the best player that they can. Because baseball is a lot of mindset. A lot of these kids get in their own heads, and it is not a good thing at all. Because baseball is 90% mental and 10% physical. So if they have a good mindset when they go up to the batter's box, get on the pitcher's mound, get on the bases, it's great for them. And some of the great baseball role models that they can look up to, that I personally look up to, Mike Trout, he's a great human being, great player, has a great mindset in the game. Aaron Judge, he's an all-around stand-up guy. Everyone loves him. Nobody hates him. Every kid wants to be him. And that's what you should shoot for. You should shoot to be better than everybody else. Don't set the bar. If your parents are on you all the time, just forget about them. Have fun, play the game, play how you know you can play. And coaching these kids is a privilege. It should not be taken for granted. You should love what you do, and if you're just in it for the money, then you're not a good coach. Coaching should be taken seriously, and you should treat these kids how you should treat your own kids. Like I may be young, I may be 18 years old, but I treat these kids like they're my own kids. I'm always there for them. You have to be there for these kids because you don't know how their home life is, and you want to make sure that they could be the best they could be, get into college, maybe even go pro. That's what I always have my kids strive for. Strive for the top goal. Make it into college first. That's the first thing. Make sure that they're doing well in school, they're doing good on their grades, and they could get into college. Because once college comes, then they could strive to, their goals can be here, but they should strive to get up to here. It is all a mindset, and make sure you get that in your kids' heads when you're coaching. Make sure that you know where they are and what they can do in their skill set, because there's a lot of different kids. You could have kids throwing tantrums. You could have kids not liking you. But if you take my advice and you act as a big brother or a role model to them, then they will like you. They won't hate you. They'll want to be like you. And that is good because you should be the best person that you know. And remember, just one more thing. It's not about the money. It's about doing what you love and coaching these kids in the sport you love, in the activity you love, or anything in life. You could even be a success coach. Just know that the number one priority is making sure these kids have good role models, have good grades in school, and make sure that they can do their best on and off the field.